Some parts of me wants story time with Aavak. That's just him reading his favorite story so much. I mean, I could. I've been looking at some now, like, in the public domain, short stories for, story time with Aavak sort of stuff. And at the moment, I'm primarily looking at some Lovecraftian stuff because I don't know. I enjoy. I'm not gonna lie. It's basically I enjoy Lovecraft stories, so I'm definitely considering that. But I would happily read some of my favorite Welsh novels. Because again, that would be by request. Maybe I could even do it as, I don't know, something like a little video on my second channel or something like that, actually. That would be a good place to put something like that. Story time with Aavak. Because there's always that worry, if you do something along those lines on the main channel, it's like, yeah, okay, that's great, but now I've basically suppressed the next 8 videos I upload to my main channel. That's how I pay my rent. Because again, it's going to be such niche content. But, that's, the whole point of the second channel to a certain degree. Oh, blessed sweet Chlorine. If only I'd known you were there. Wouldn't have just rejigged everything down here. But, you know what? It's still fine. It's still fine. Once a hue are done. Basically, once all of this is planted, I can stop worrying so much about this. Let's get you there. Because once these are planted, I don't need to come down here anymore. Deconstruct you. Well, actually, no, I still would need to come down here because you could still have Dracos dropping. I need to now fertilize these. I don't know. Yeah, I could get sweep conveyor loaders. One here, one there, I guess. Maybe have something in the middle that will grab stuff. Actually, wasn't that part of the... Ooh, that was actually... Ooh, yeah. If I'd had that here in the right way, maybe I could have... There's lots of things you can do with this sort of stuff. This is not a particularly good setup. To be honest, I've changed my mind so many times. It's no longer even resembling what I had initially set out to make, which is a shame. Unless, was I thinking of having the shipping conveyors over here, perhaps? One there. One here. One here. That gives me all the way there. This gives me all the way there. So only the 2 in the middle would be dropped. And if I put a conveyor loader in here, that might work. Because I could have a conveyor loader there. But then they wouldn't all be able to reach the same point. It's... In an effort to try and automate this, I really wouldn't automate it. That's the problem. I think for Dracos, I've made a very, very hodgepodge little design here, and it's just not going to work. As much as I wish it would. As much as I wish it would. I think it might be better to have a long area, just with balm lilies in it, filled with hydrogen at the top. As much work as I put in to try and make this work, I don't think it will. Oh, Obsidian Mist, thank you very much for using the archives command there. Oh, take care, Hopsqueak. Healing itch is driving me batty, and I'd like to sleep through it. Oh, no star. Yeah, I'm having an alright day, Raging Auroch. Thank you very much for asking. How about you? Take care, not rogue AI. Have a good sleep, mate. Yeah, I think I may just Really? There's chlorine over here as if just to annoy me? Oh well. It's a thing that's happened. Oh, I bet... they've been sticking bleach stone up here, haven't they? No, where is it? Where would bleach stone be? Not liquefiable. Would it be under... It shouldn't be under organic. Miscellaneous? No. Consumable ore. There we go. Yeah. I'll just make sure that that's set up properly. And this place is quite well oxygenated, but now the body temperature is just getting out of control. I need to get up here and I need to mine out some more of the ice. Now, the reason why I set this up like this is that it's easy to deconstruct later on. There we go. And I want this to be... Oops. Yeah, you know what? Actually, do all of that on a 6. Don't do it on a 7. Why did you suffer? Oh, dear Lord. I knew if I took my eyes off you for a second that this would get messed up. Quickly. You dummies. You're gonna do it you're just gonna do it again the moment you go up here, aren't you? Yep, yep, you are. But yeah, I'm still playing around, still learning the best way to set things up. I mean, maybe a sweepy would be okay over here. Can I actually build sweepies yet? Sweepy, 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 where are you? There we go, Sweepy Dog. The problem with the Sweepy Dog is Sweepy won't pick up eggs. And if Sweepy won't pick up eggs, then I may as well just use multiple auto sweepers. And just have them shunt stuff across. The difference is that Sweepy does not take a lot of power to run, whereas multiple auto sweepers does take a lot of power to run. Oh, sure, Aavak say for those dudes. Well, I was never gonna let that lie. You know what? Have I got any salt that I can apply to Belial? Can I build out of salt? I cannot. Ah, damn. That would have been glorious. Just dig up some salt. Maybe if I just use the old trick to turn a door. No, I can't build it out of salt either. If I melt the salt into liquid salt and then cool it again so it becomes a solid. File that one away, chat. That's going to be a project for later when, you know, survival is a little bit more assured. We're going to redesign Belial's grave. We're going to build it in a salt chamber. It's going to be grand. Fried mushrooms, please. Punk. Unfortunately, we are cracking the eggs right now, which is a bit of a problem. We shouldn't be cracking the stone hatch eggs, though. Which is good. Do we really not have any? Have you only made one stone hatch? Just... Oh, it looks like it was just a crazy good luck. Okay. That's fine. Eventually that stone hatch will hatch, and then we'll have stone hatches. And it'll be a good time. Right, no one's going in here because we don't have any Dracos in here yet. But I want to avoid doing that yet, I guess. For the time being, it is better for us to have some Dracos in there, though. So go ahead and wrangle the Dracos. And the hatch, I guess. Any other... You know, grab that hatch too.
Pips can live down here for now. Those hatches can move. Any other that hatch can move. Any other Dracos though? Dracos. Oh yeah. Donk. Right, enjoy. I shouldn't be sweeping the eggs. The eggs should just be allowed to sit down there, but I do have an egg cracker that is turning them into omelets. Hello, you two. Well, this should be set up to accept Draclets and Dracos. There we go, yeah. Eventually, I am going to want to set up something better. Right now, this is a leaky oil fisher. I'm not sure how I'm going to work that one. In fact, for now, I'm tempted to just isolate it with some igneous rock. It's good enough for now. No point in having these over here. It's not like they can survive in that temperature. So given this, how about I set up either another hatch ranch, because we've got enough food for hatches, or we set up a Draco stable over here. I'm favouring the Draco stable over here. I'm also favouring moving that incubator away, but there's a part of me that wants to keep the eggs there and just only move the overflow elsewhere. It's a bit of a tricky one, really. If I had another hatch ranch down here, it would make things a bit convenient for me. Just so that I could have all the same foodstuffs being delivered, but we'll see. I would want a grooming station, and I'd want it probably like just inside the door. I want a shearing station, again, just inside the door. And a drop-off point just inside the door. Don't need a food drop-off in this one, though. And then I would want the rest of the tiles to be food the Draxus could eat. How many tiles we would go through, I don't know. We could replace these later, I guess, with the correct ones. Jenya, thank you very much for the tier 2 there for 33 months. Sorry for missing that a few moments ago. And Logan Flexen, thank you very much for the 9 months, mate. Boop. Hope you're doing good, my friend. I am. I'm doing a lot better. Thank you. I feel the hatch ranch should be called the hatchery. Yeah, actually. That's reasonable. But we desperately need the ice. There we go. Got some ice coming in, cooling down the rooms a bit because it has gotten too hot for us to keep our meal lights going. I could move the farms more towards the cold areas, but not entirely certain that would be the wise move. Not entirely certain that would be a wise move. I'm so glad that that water is in there because that is stopping that from venting. What's over there? Waterweed. Various stuff and things living over there, though. Might as well access that. Made a mess. Really. On the plus side, it's not going anywhere that I really care about it going, so. Or the hatch hutch. The hatch hutch I like. We'll be farming stone hatches just because I've got more food for them than anything else. It seems to make a bit more sense. There we go. how's the oxygen doing? Not great. I mean, well, actually, that's a lie. This is entirely a breathable amount of oxygen. But the fact that we don't have any more going in here is a little bit worrisome. So how about I give you a bit of an order to get this area cleaned up a bit. Let's not give them such a wide-reaching high priority order, though. Let's do these areas because there's plenty of water in those areas for them to gather. That should help out a bit. That's priority 8. This is priority 8. I'm going to drop this one to priority 7. There we go. How long have I been playing this particular colony? And how many hours? I can see the number of cycles in game. This is the 3rd stream. So somewhere between 18 hours and... Oh, well, sorry. Somewhere between 12 hours and I don't know, 18. Somewhere around there. Got my internet sorted after a month of headaches. And I catch Aavak streaming one of my favorite games. Oh, that's fantastic, Sophia Dragon. I'm probably not doing it particularly well, though, so turn down your expectations a little bit. I implore you. I mean, this was my attempt at a Draco branch. Not a very good one, I must confess. But it'll do. It'll do for now. Now, I do like this setup, though. I really like that setup. I need to move the showers across, though. Now that I've expanded that out enough to accommodate it, 100% need the showers moved across. So, how are we going to move the water? Well, the water will probably do something like this. That... What's going on there? Why did I set that one up this way? One was going to be... Oh, right. Yeah, this is going to be clean water in, polluted water out. And this, and this are going to be my cooling lines. So, that's fine. Yeah, this all works. Something like that. Then I'll deconstruct these ones. Just a quick little snip there will do. Same over here. I need a bridge there. But this one realistically could just go up. I don't see a particular issue with that. The only thing I could imagine I was initially contemplating is bringing in the polluted water and the clean water, polluted water. That would be something we could do, but right now our system as it stands is fine. So I'm just going to say I'm not going to worry about that. I do dislike having bridges across like that, though. Oh well. I dislike having bridges crossing other bridges, basically. But what can you do? Yeah, let's make sure that, yeah, they're all going to be built on a 7, so that's fine. There we go, well done in sweeping all this up. I wish there was a way for me to just isolate what's being swept, though, by, like, saying, yeah, sweep sand. Something along those lines. But, alas, doesn't seem to be the case. Shenron, thank you very much for the Prime sub, mate, for 4 months, no less. I just wanted to say thank you for what you do. Your videos and streams really helped me when my fiancé passed away. Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss, Shenron. It was great to have the option to watch you on YouTube and on here when the days get really bad. So again, thank you for being you. Well, first and foremost, thank you so much for the kind message. I can't imagine how I can possibly be helping given the situation, but I'm thankful that I am in whatever small capacity that I am helping, though I'm so sorry that you need the help at all. Keep on trucking, I guess. You know, I hope you're taking care of yourself. The world is a crazy place right now. There's lots of loss going on. I'm so sorry. Is this the same world as my YouTube playthrough? No, it is not, Tom Sawyer. I believe that was in a default world. Yeah, I do that every now and then, Sophia. That's a good point, actually. I should have just set that up. Basically doing something like this. So you, let's, just to demonstrate, I'll set it up like so. Pop. Hopefully someone can make that nice and quick. Actually, since all of that is priority 8, I'm going to have to go for priority 9 here. This is the trouble with making anything a priority 8. Right, sweep only, all, priority 8. And they should now just dump it into the bin, which will save them a lot of time. Once they've actually done it, at least. Once they've moved things around. There we go. Let's get that body temperature back in check, because our calories are going down drastically. But that is so much faster. The alternative is to make it an automatic dispenser, because then you don't even need to pull this down afterwards. It just drops everything to a nice little pile on the ground. But I don't think it combines them. You just end up with lots of chunks of... Well, actually, you know what? Let's double check that. Let's make that one a 9 as well. But yeah, because it's so close, they spend so much less time running around faffing with that. Right, so at this point, I go like this, set this one up to deconstructed. Now all that stuff is on the ground. I'm not sure that they're going to have this done in time for me to actually see its effect, but oh well. Are we still waiting on delivery? No, building. Okay. There we go. And now all sweep only 8. We should see exactly the same thing done, but it'll all be dropped into just one little pile. Now, the trick here is to see if it's just lots of tiny little piles, or one chonky pile of sand, for example. Yeah, actually it looks like it's just one chunky pile. Yeah, how much the dupe picks up is based on strength. The dropper puts it all in one giant pile, and they can fill their beefy arms with half a ton instead of picking up a bunch of bits. Yeah. No. Oh, actually, it looks like someone's in pretty high spirits. They've got a balloon stuck to them. Hold on. Yeah, I've done that before. Actually, I don't know why I didn't think of doing it there. But thank you very much for reminding me, at the very least. Seeing more and more of this world at the moment. Little Draclets. You're going to be nabbed. Yoink. Some wart seeds around the place. Pips planting pips things. Nothing there. We're not taking any new dupes on at the moment. That's a very, very low priority for me right now. Crazy, stupendously low. I want to see... if I can get up to space, it is going to be so much easier, but digging up through sand, such a pain in the bum. Because it is going to get people trapped. It always will. So what I might want to do is make that a crazy high priority so I can babysit them while they're doing it. Robzilla, thank you so much for the subscription, mate. 24 months. Happy anniversary, Aavak. We can derp into space. I'm sure of it. I hope so. I definitely hope so. Just taking it as it comes.
I'm not sure if it's your voice, personality, or both, but watching you is very calming and soothing. Well, that's very kind of you to say, Shenron. Thank you so much. If you ever find yourself wanting to just chat with like-minded, dapper folks, though, be certain to drop into the Discord. There's a lot of people there who there's always someone around who's happy to chat if you ever find yourself just needing to talk. Not about anything in particular, but just honestly just needing company. You know, it's pretty amazing for that, actually. Right. Now that you're down here, I'm going to actually cancel that. Whomp. There you go. Yeah, that is so much better. I approve. It's pretty much how I did most of this, by the way. How I cleaned up most of this area was using, well, not droppers, but I used crates. Hey, Medians. How are you doing, Cariad? Hope you're doing well. Alright. Now then, all this CO2 down here, I could just have... Yeah, I bet it's getting rough in here. Yeah, it's getting rough in here now. We absolutely simply need to be pumping water up. So, I've been trying to avoid it for as long as I could because it's a bit of a pain. But I would like... Realistically, there's only going to be two liquids in here. Polluted water and water. So I'm going to make an assumption. I'm going to make an assumption. Now, this is a dangerous assumption to make, but it is an assumption I'm going to make. We are going to assume that if I filter out polluted water, then only polluted water is going to enter the system. Now, that should be fine. So we'll bring this across. We'll bring this up. This is... Assumptions are so dangerous in any game, but especially dangerous in this game, I feel. Let's give myself a little bit more building room, though. Now, I am going to use a filter for this one. It's not something I often do, but it'll work for now. You know what? I'll just branch off with the heavy watt wire for that. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'll pop down a little pump. Do I have... Oh, we do. We do actually have you down there. That will be worth it. Just bring that out, like so. In fact, I could easily just run that across as well. Right, now I want all of that built as a fairly high priority. So 7, I think. I need to reclaim control of my priorities right now, because they are getting out of hand. Oof. Beer time. Aww. Sorry, mate. Many assumptions about to make, indeed. Is there a list of chat commands? Yeah. Let me come out commands, I believe. Tiberian Kid, both systems are being used, so it doesn't actually matter which system gets the wrong stuff. It's gonna break something if it goes into anything, and so it doesn't really matter in this case. If I really cared, though, I would have a double filter setup, so one after t'other, and then just an off drain to just dump anything that isn't polluted water and that isn't regular water, and then that would just like get dropped off down here to just run down there somewhere. Hey, the True Bean, how you doing? Zangief all the nights. No, I refuse. I will not play Aika's game. There's no point in having priorities if you only use 9. I will die on this hill. Once that's actually set up, then we're going to have a lot less problem down here. Now, I've got a decent amount of priority 9, so it's going to take me a little bit to get that sorted. But
Is anyone stuck? No. Good. Good, good, good. Let's keep it that way. Right, now, I would like this door. You can build that whenever you get the chance. Right, I want this to filter out polluted water. Because honestly, if I don't know, if any of these other liquids get in here, like, I don't know, molten salt or molten glass, well, I can't say that's a mistake at that point, because to get something that weird in this like weird little overflow reservoir, yeah, that's on me. At that point, that's my fault. No one else's, just mine. Just mine. I'm going to allow them to harvest this for a little while, because I want to get more balm lily seeds. And I may well just leave this there forever. It's a little Draco area that can happily do all the things it needs to do. Okay, we're getting there. Little by little. Yes, I know there's a lot of CO2, but shh, it's fine. I could replant the oxyphens, I guess, but they would just drink up all my water, and I don't really care to. However, what I could do to help with this is to just dig down. And in fact, yeah, let's go ahead with that. Let's just get this all the way down. And hopefully we can do it fast enough, because, yeah, it's getting hard to breathe in the base. That's not good times. Wow. Again, it's not actually getting hard to breathe. I think, like, well, yeah, it's barely breathable. If it's at, like, 400-ish to 500, you're probably fine. Seeds. Yes! Sorry that you're going to have to starve for a little bit. I do apologize.